Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
All right, so in this lecture, we're going to talk about the 3 criteria that you can actually abide by for product selection. So what is the first criteria? In my opinion, this is my own opinion. Of course, different people have different opinions, and you're going to have different instructions from different instructors. My instruction is products should retail anywhere between the price of $30 to $100 if you want a decent profit. Now, my logic is coming from this. Low price products will get you a low profit margin. So if you're selling a product, let's say at $8, and let's say that the price of the product is $3, and let's say that you're shipping the product for $2, so you're only left with $3 of profit. Okay, so let's say it's a $2 profit. It's a $3 profit from a $2 spent on shipping and on the product. Here you're left with $3. So how many sales do you need to make before you can actually see any consistent results? The answer to that is, of course, you're going to have to make a lot of sales. So in order for you to see or to make $3,000 from this, you're going to have to make 1,000 sales, which is, of course, I'm not going to say is bad if you can achieve it. But definitely, that's pretty much not the case, because selling 1,000 products is difficult. And also the margin is not really encouraging. So there is a solution to this. You can sell products that range in between 30 or that retail in between $30 to $100, in my opinion. And these are what I call the high-end products, because with the high-end products, you don't need to sell as much products to see any considerable profits, because this is much easier to scale. It's much easier to scale with products with a higher price than it is with products of a lower price. Hope that is understood. So let's move now to criteria number 2. So criteria number 2 says is the product should be easy to use right away. What do I mean by this? In case the product is a toy, then children can actually just buy that toy right away. They can use it right away. They don't need rocket science to actually, or a neuroscientist to sit there and teach them how to use toys. They know how to use them. It's very easy. Anybody can use them. So think about it like this. The products that you're going to be selling, they need to work even for a 5 to 7-year-old kid. That's the kind of mentality you're going to have. So ease of use is actually a criteria that you need to be looking at when selecting a product. Of course, there are a variety of products. When we're talking about products, there's also a concept of technology. So the technology varies. Somebody can find it easy to work with a phone, but somebody cannot actually find it easy. Children these days, they find it very easy to work with a lot of other things. So because they are used to, or they gotten used to using a phone, and so they are, I would say, more tech advanced than the older generation. So there's also, you need to use the demographics that we spoke about, other than the fact that it should be easy to use, but with demographics. Also, when you're trying, or if it ever happens, because this will happen to you, I'm pretty sure, if it ever happens and you come across a product that is very difficult to use or needs some technical knowledge, then you need to actually teach people how to use that product, right? So that's another thing you should focus on, because sometimes a product is good, you can sell it. The only thing is that people need some sort of a training with it, some sort of a document that teaches them how to use it, or a video. And so you need to make sure to use these things as well, or to put them on with your creative when you're creating the ads, and also on the product page, so that people know that, hey, do not worry. We know that you've liked this product, and we also know that it's difficult to use it, but we're going to help you. I remember not so long ago, I actually purchased this pull-up bar, and the only thing that bothered me was not the price. The price for me was okay. And I was purchasing this pull-up bar from the internet. And the only thing that ever bothered me is the fact that how am I going to fixate this pull-up bar in the wall? I don't know how. But after I've read on the description of the product, they said it comes with some screws and everything you need. The only thing required for you to do is to get somebody who has this this thing, and you can actually just use that and fixate the pull-up bar on the wall. And that removed my fear, and I went and purchased it. So some of these details actually make difference, and you need to pay careful attention to them, because a lot of people are sometimes not going to make sales because of these things. So criteria number 3. What is criteria number 3? The product should not be easy to find by the customer. We're talking locally. So if you're trying to sell something that already exists and that people are accustomed to see locally, then chances are these people are going to be disinterested because it's so famous. Everybody knows it exists. Everybody knows where it exists, most importantly, because sometimes you may know that something exists, but if you don't know where it does exist, that could, be a contributing factor to getting sales. But when people know about a product and at the same time they know where they can go and get it right now, if they wanted to go and get it on their own, then you're in deep trouble. So you should also pay careful attention to this. When you're selling a product, make sure that you do your research on the internet. Make sure that it's not bombarding the market and that people don't have it and that all of that stuff, to make sure that you can sell as much of those as possible. And you have to remember, before we close with this lecture, is that there's only one thing that the dropshipper is rewarded for, and that is to just close in the gap, is to provide a service. Because like we said, these products already exist somewhere else with a product with a price that is less than the price at which you're selling the products at. But the people, they know this, but they're willing to disregard this fact because they know that you're providing them a service and they're paying you for that service, because they don't want to go to AliExpress and look for that, right? To them, it's just a matter of extra dollars. Okay, so they say, well, I know that I could probably get this thing at some extra dollars short, but I still decide to just purchase this item from this guy because he was so nice to just provide me with the service. All right, so yeah, so right now let's move on to the next lecture. And please, before you move on to the next lecture, do not leave a review right now because it is too early for you to be able to leave an honest review. Make sure that you watch as much of the course as possible. Then you can leave a review. See you in the next lecture.
For more updates, subscribe to our channel, click the show links and enjoy watching the videos.